Mod Review. Welcome back to an episode of Mod Review, and today we are reviewing the World Conquer 4 The Front Expanded. So this mod is made by a guy by names Manstein Big Bobs, something like that. I think he's in the Discord server and a friend of the Conqueror, and the Conqueror introduces me this mod this morning, in which I haven't yet reviewed other mods, so I will put this on the first thing. So this mod is quite new, not really new, it's similar to the other mod, but we have something to show, a new texture. So you guys can subscribe to his channel right now, Manstein Big Bow. I will link all description down below, and also his channel as well. So features custom unit replacing all unit except the standard unit. There are 5 conquests in the mod. Missions have nothing to do to them yet, so pretty much only focus on conquest. 1939 improved water, more troops and more countries with a lot of events including French capitulations. Yes. 1943 Battle of Kursk with full German-Soviet front and battle in the Pacific with Italian side change. 1950 Cold War gone hot with huge Soviet secret army, massive American reinforcement and a secret reborn nations, and a lot of dialogues and side changes. 1956 Darkest Hour, an Axis victory with the German puppets in Russia, the Caucasus, and France, Vichy France actually. The Allies are barely holding on, but the Axis have fractured with Japan and those in her sphere of an influence forming their own alliance and have shaky allies in the conquered nations. 1980 Mysterious force have taken over the world from the secret Swiss base researching and developed futuristic weapon with the whole world nearly beaten with their force spread thin. And yeah, Mysterious force are now playable. Add 2 nations that will resist, Romania and Mexico. 2020 Discord battle. This was original dream I had with familiar face. Conquest. Okay. Yeah. The Conqueror happened as Urban Rommel. Okay. All generals that were meant to be at the game, like Devil, are able to bought and have custom general, custom realistic sound for nearly everything, custom classical music soundtrack with copyrighted music. No, I'm not gonna show that. 4 languages: English, Spanish, German, and Russian, all part of the game. Support the Russian translator for for the monument tab that will crash the game. No idea why. Okay. So it's pretty good. I will show you guys right now. Okay, so start, and you guys see there's a new image for this tab. We have the scenario. This one is Kaiserreich, Conquest. This one is Operation Barbarossa, Domination. This one is the March of Paris. HU is the Führer with other with Manstein and other general staff. And for the languages, you guys have English, German, Spanish, and Russian. So anything you guys want. So scenarios, as far as I'm concerned, he mentioned that the campaign is not yet playable, or it's not nothing to do with it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's show you the HQ. Not so much of a general, by the way, just some random generals, Manstein, Golden, and many other YouTuber like Brujimandi, Colonel. I think they are in the Discord server thing. I think they are all, yeah. We also have the Big Bob guy here, which can get unlimited medals. Okay. Also got the Manstein portrait. This one looks legit. Looks really cool. With all the texture has been changed. I do like this one. It's really cool, by the way. And the Führer as well, and Normal Boy, pretty much a Japanese fighter. Also some general from I think it's European War 6. We got Hindenburg and Ludendorff, and some other modders as well. Also Zhukov for this one as well. This one is from House of Iron 4. Napoleon. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so not pretty much thing from the general staff. Nothing much. I think it's still in progress. However, we're gonna look at the conquest. The conquest is the main thing. Okay, so we have 1939. Yeah, 1939, 43, 50, 56, 80, and 2020. So Lightning War. He mentioned about border and stuff. So we're gonna look all over to it. We're gonna see what happens. We have the Turning Tide, Broken Curtain, Darkest Hour. So we're gonna go for Germany. Okay, so in this game, this is something big in terms of texture, which I found it really cool. So if you look into Berlin, okay, so even units now have like their soundtrack, not really a soundtrack, like their movement sound. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Even the mines now have their own texture, landmine, which is really cool, because landmine were designed to make it visible, unlike the original game where landmines just only green. Like, why do you put it green when the land is like black or dark or dirt, you know. So assault infantry and stuff. And if you look into the kit, you have like infantry, assault infantry, motorized infantry, mechanized infantry. And instead of becoming a commando, it just became Waffen SS, where you got a marching skill and an anti-tank and a sniper. And for the tank, you got the Panzer 1, Panzer 3, Panzer 4 Panther, Panzer 6 Tiger, and also King Tiger. Instead of Panzer Mouse, we got King Tiger instead. So I think this one is quite realistic, because at some point the Panzerkampfwagen Mouse is only produced like 2, and it wasn't like operatable, it wasn't used, it was just like a prototype. Okay, however, I think King Tiger managed to get some battlefield stuff. Even Panther was served in the battlefield as well as a medium tank, and Panzer 3 as a light tank. This one more like of an armor car. Panzerkampfwagen Tiger, this one is a heavy tank. So technically this one looks legit, and I also love the color, even though it's not like camouflage color, but it's form of color that looks the same as the German troops or uniform, or most likely tank. So let's try. Okay, we also got the artillery as well, which I mentioned. So you got the Sturmpanzer Bison, you got the Wespe, we also got the Panzerwerfer AC-8D, also the Gustav railgun. So all of the artillery has been used. Mostly Gustav was used on the siege of Sevastopol, down here with Manstein as the commander. That's pretty good though. And for Poland, I think it's they just generics, like generics infantry texture. You also got Lithuania, all the Baltic state, you know, stuff, and Scandinavia, and with the new coastal fort design. And we can have a look at the British, the French, and the Allies and Americans for their texture. We're just gonna look at one because it's all look the same, by the way. Okay. And Spain still have their own generic texture. Also, the fort now has a new look. This one looks like the fort at Normandy. It looks legit, it looks surreal. Okay, if you take out Paris, you got a light assault motorized. Again, same thing as usual, but for the tank, you got the Renault R35, Sumao S35, Char B1, ARL 44. This one is I think it's a medium or heavy, I think around that, but this one is definitely a medium. This one is the FSIM F1. I think it's the late game, like late year production. It's not even used, by the way, but it's just for a prototype, just in case, like for the NATO productions. FCM F1 for the French, and for the artillery, field artillery, howitzer, rocket artillery, super artillery, same thing in NATO productions. Yeah, it's raining right now, you guys might hear some sound. Okay, so for the British version of this, we have a look at the texture. Okay, so we're gonna see their ships first. Okay, for ships, I think they're still the same. Yeah, same thing, it just doesn't change the name. So we have light assault motorized mechanized commando, same thing. But for the tank, we got the Vickers medium, Matilda also land lease to Russia, Sherman Firefly, yeah, another prototype from America, and Churchill, this one also land lease to the USSR. Chieftain MK6, this one is late, like tier 8, tier 9, something like that, or tier 7, I don't know. But for Churchill, I think it's widely used for the British, but not so much, by the way. But for the Sherman Fly and the Matilda, I think there's a lot of it in the front line, so many of them. And for this was Sexton Bishop Sherman Colipit, this one also from America, and some super rocket artillery, the post-production of NATO version of this. That's nice, by the way. Even the Canadian and other Commonwealth nations are using this one as well. And we also got United States, to have a look at that. Okay, the Americans have a different version of this, but it looks cool, by the way. We're gonna look the Soviet at the end. Okay, so this one here. So light assault motorized mechanized commando, same thing. We got M3 Stuart, we got M5H Stuart, we got M4 Sherman, M103. This one is a heavy tank. Sherman is a medium one. Yeah, Sherman Fireflies. Is this the one from Fury in the movie? But Firefly looks, I think it's the same thing, just a different name, but some cannon added. But I think Fury has more bigger cannon. So we got the T110E5. This one is like tier 8, tier 9. Like this one is more of a super heavy, not super heavy, like like we got heavy tanks, so pretty much a super heavy tank, but not like those super heavy tank with the long range T-54 or anything, but yeah, similar. And if you look into the artillery, you got the M7 Priest, 203 millimeter field artillery. This one's bigger. A Sherman Calliope, heavy rocket artillery. That's nice, by the way. Okay, that's pretty good though. Let's have a look at the ships. What do they have? The ships. Okay, submarine, destroyers, cruiser, carrier, super carrier. The thing is, it might look different. Oh, it's the same, by the way. Sorry, it's the same. Okay. Yeah, he mentioned that it's from the asset. That's why there's the soundtrack the same, by the way. So let's look at Imperial Japan. You know, one thing I love about this, you know, I've seen it already because before I review, I always check the game first. You know, the cool thing is that they made the color of Manchuria. Manchuria deserves this kind of color. It looks legit, it looks cool. And also I love the way that they managed to put some rifle cavalry from Mongolia, which is good because Mongolia, they didn't have anything in World War II, except for the cavalry thing. And they kind of lagged behind and stuff. And we can also see American tanks in China, nationalist China, for Land-Lease, if you guys have known. And for the Soviet, for the Chinese, they are using the Soviet prototype. Yeah, yeah, it's Soviet prototype. Soviet 2 or 3, yeah, you can tell. Yeah, because of the land leasing. Because land leasing from Soviet Unions help the Chinese, and land leasing from America help the nationalist Chinese. So it's a different thing, by the way. Looks so cool. For 1939, I think it looks legit, by the way. But it's too early for Iberia to join. Yeah. Also love Ethiopia having here. Saudi Arabia should be neutral. Should be yeah, neutral. Yeah, looks cool. Should be Vichy friend as well. And I think the Romanians also using the Germans tech, and yeah, these guys Yugoslavia using this the Soviet tech. So yeah, okay, Soviet Union, and have a look. Okay, that's good. So let's look at Soviet Union. Is it that wait? Okay, Moscow. So we have light infantry, assault, motorized, mechanized, commando. It should be NKVD. Okay, this one. T-90 looks good. This one is like the light tank, but the light tank at, I think it's 1943 something. BT-7A also good as well, a light tank. T-34-85, this one is 1941 production. IS-2, this one, the tank destroyer, or heavy tank, you can call it. But I think there's other variation for a tank destroyer. IS-3 as well, looks good for super heavy tank. For artillery, you got the 122 M90 1939. And for artillery, the production 1931, so 203 millimeter, BM13 Katyusha, and Topol M. Okay, I think for the sea, I think they all have the same production, right? Yeah, oh, Soviet battleship. This one is Katyusha as well. Looks good, by the way. It looks good. And the thing is, the problem is, I think he should work on event, you know, events like okay, so take Paris, take Warsaw, and spread it. Soviet Union should be neutral. Soviet Union only have to fight against these two. And yeah, I think that's it, because Soviet Union it was neutral in 1939. They're not going to do anything to anyone. Talking about like what I'm trying to say is like the historical accuracy, because in 1939 the only guys doing the job is Germany, but 1941, this one is 43, by the way. So if you guys check it in 1943, you will see I think Kursk offensive. Yeah, we got Vichy France, okay, at the south, okay, and you can see the huge battle between the Germans and the Russians here. It looks good, by the way. Also love the fort. Yeah, fortification looks nice. I should try this one. It's fun. Yeah, I might try this one. Also this mountain as well. The production around here, the cavalry and stuff looks cool. Yeah, it's nice. 1943. I think it's okay though. Not that bad. 1950. The end of World War II, the start of Cold War. The Warsaw Pact has once again tried to blockade Berlin, just like 1948. You send spies, okay. Oh, it's nice. A new sort of image from the Moscow March. And I think for yeah, most likely China's gonna use all the tanks. So I think this is the new stuff being added. We'll check for China. But the thing is, for the Soviet Union, I think it's still the same thing. With just more nukes and stuff. I think, yeah, same tanks. With the production of nuke and thing, you know, it looks cool. So, if you look into the texture of airplane, you got the transport Tupolev 4, the MiG-1, the I think it's ILSUSA, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's IL-4. Also P-8 as well. This one's strategic bombers, cell bomber, rocket, same thing, and the bombs, the same thing as well. But it looks cool, by the way. You can see this is a late production. FCM is late production, but it's okay. It's okay as long as it's playable. It's fun. So I want to check the. I want to check China to see how China goes. For China, yeah, the Taiwan is still use production like that. Okay, for Beijing, we're gonna look at Beijing. Peking, by the way. Light Commando, same thing. T90, BT, IS. Okay, so they didn't use the IS-3, but they have their own prototype, which is a 113. I think it's a type 113, something like that, because the Chinese, they love using the type name for their production of their own tanks or own stuff, because they did have some supply from the Soviet Union, but I think after the clash between them, the Sino-Soviet split, they kind of have their own problem, and they decided, no, I'm not going to use your tank and stuff, and I'm going to end this shit. So that's how it happened. Okay, and they still use some Soviet rocket artillery, but it's fine. We also have a Cold War, if you guys haven't seen, which is nice, by the way. Okay, oh no. And we're gonna have a look at this one, which is the Darkest Hour. I think it should name it into Man in High Castle. It would be nice. Man in High Castle should be the name of this, because it's Greater Germanic Reich. They already changed the name into Germania. Okay, because you can see even here we have Washington in the hands of the Germans. Oh, they have the mouse now. Okay. So now they changed because of the late production. Nice job, Big Bob. Nice job. Because it is 1956, we're no longer using the World War II equipment. You got the SDK FS-234. This one is a mechanized, I think it's a mechanized truck. Yeah. E-25. This one also the E production. E-50, E-75, Panzermaus. I think we should have E-100 because there's a production for E-100. E-75 is legit, but for Panzermaus to be in this production is no longer used. Panzermaus is like a 1946-47 production of usage, but not really that. I don't know. Maybe it's just some sort of different stuff. And for the artillery, we have the Brombar, Sturmtiger. We got the Panzerwerfer, the same thing, and Gustav Rakan still in production, in use, because this one happens here in Man Castle. This one should be the neutral zone, and yes, this is the neutral zone. And we also have Canada, so basically this is the Man in High Castle. He should change the name. Man in High Castle. This one is Man in High Castle, by the way. And the British Union as well. They're using the German tech, except the French, the Vichy French, by the way. And Switzerland now has declared war. Sturmtiger, that's just really good. Panzermaus. Okay, 3,000 health. Not enough to me, to be honest. We'll go the Reich Commissariat Russia. Also cool. Rodoskowski. Rodoskowski. Okay. And then after China kind of retreat already. We also have this huge border where you're gonna break through everything if you guys can. Yeah, you might try. So let's see for the Soviet. But first I want to have a look at the air. Yo, all air, too bad. I think their ships is an update, right? No, still haven't updated. But yeah, we got a Greater Germanic Reich because it's called Germania. Because after you capture Leningrad and Stalingrad, yeah, they changed the name. They also created the Caucasian Empire. Hitlerberg. It should be Ludendorff. Hitlerberg. And this one, Ludendorff, Novgorod. Okay, looks cool, not that bad. So, Soviet Union, what do we have? Yeah, technically this is Man in High Castle. And I think they don't have any production for level 3. All are level 2, too bad. Yeah, this one is level 3. Ooh! Oof! Commando. Yeah, they're still using the IS-3. Okay, so in this first 1.0 version, only thing I see is the update for Germany, which is quite true, and which is also cool as well, you know, to have a different version of their own arsenal, where you have the World War II, you got the post World War II, and it looks legit, by the way. This update looks cool, so I will give this 7 out of 10. And I'm not gonna review the Phoenix because I've seen that before, and for Discord, there's nothing new 2020. Still not yet much, but I do like the Man in High Castle and the Lightning War. Also love the texture of German tanks for both World War II and post World War II and Man in High Castle as well. Also the Soviet production of IS-2, IS-3 and the American texture as well. So check it out, guys. This mod is really good. I will leave a link down below if you guys want to check it out. Subscribe to his channel, Manstein Big Bob. And again, thanks to the Conqueror for this recommendation. Looks legit, by the way. This mod is 7 out of 10. I think it's good enough, not that bad. And I will try to play it sometimes, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this mod review. Leave a like if you do, and I'll see you guys next time.